Good evening, good morning. I don't know if it's evening or morning because it's 35 minutes past midnight. Um, I came to bed just after 11 p.m. I had a long and fruitful day and I thought I'd fall asleep, but sleep eludes me. Like the famous saying, Hatirare musiwatamuka. We don't sleep on the day that we wake up. And as I listen to the sounds of the night, and it's a peaceful night, still and quiet, I began reflecting on my day, and I remembered a conversation that I had with a friend earlier in the evening. In the morning, I'd sent her a post that I wrote in the morning, talking about declaring what we desire despite the pandemic that is raging around us, and how it's very easy for us to lose hope and focus on the negative. And she responded to it in the evening and said, "Oh wow, Nyari, that was really beautiful. I enjoyed it. I miss your vlogs and podcasts. Why don't you do another one?" And I chuckled and laughed and I said, "I knew you were going to ask me to do a vlog or a podcast because you prefer watching and listening. You don't like to read." And as the conversation went on and we talked about other things, I was very excited to find that she's in a very good place. At the beginning of the lockdown and isolation, she was in pretty bad shape, and now she's really running and pushing boundaries and doing great things. And I just started reflecting on my relationship with her, how she's very affirming of me, and we joke about it all the time. She's very entrepreneurial. She has a trucking business. She has a gift store. She lives between Harare and England, and she's very mobile and she's a risk taker and very adventurous. And I, on the other hand, in terms of risk appetite compared to hers, I'm very low on risk. And yet, as different as we are, we feed positively off each other. And she's always affirming me, saying, "Oh yeah, you're my intelligent friend. You know, Nyarimi, I'm not intelligent. I just know how to make money, but I'm not educated. I'm not intelligent like you." And I, on the other hand, affirm her entrepreneurial prowess, and we enjoy engaging each other. And when we travel, I'm a lone traveler, but she's just about the one person who I would travel with or share a room with when I travel. And I just actually started thinking as I sit here, because I suddenly sit up and I'm recording this vlog and podcast, and I started evaluating and thinking through my relationships. And I remember at the beginning of this year, was it last, one of my friends and prayer partners, or rather, she prays for me more than I pray for her, and she ministers to me, shared with me that the word for the year was harnessing the power of relationships, that if we're going to get ahead in the season, it would be through our relationships. And I actually thought, oh wow, that is so true. Because with this pandemic that we're going through, and this was before the pandemic, and I just thought to myself, oh wow, that's powerful. Because it is indeed our relationships. Like Mike Maddox said, relationships decide destiny. And another saying says, "Show me your friends and I will show you who you are." And your net worth determines your net worth. So basically, it's very important in this season to harness the power of relationships and make sure that you're surrounded with people who will support you and hold you up as you battle and fight and go through this pandemic, so that you actually make it through and you come out stronger and better for it. The people we surround ourselves will determine and affect our self-esteem, our thoughts, our attitude, and our results. And even the words that we speak are governed by the conversations that we have with the people around us. I'd just like to encourage you during this time of separation and isolation to take stock of the relationships that surround you. Get rid of the wolves in sheep's clothing, and hold tightly to the relationships that add value, that encourage you, that bring you a smile, that engage your creativity, that affirm you as a person, that bring ideas and positive change into your life. I know that in our journeys, we've been hurt and burned through relationships. We've been betrayed by business partners. We've been stabbed in the back by friends who we thought were close and cared about us, yet they were jealous and were stabbing us in the back. And we've been abandoned by those that mattered to us at the time that we needed them the most. And I just want to encourage you today to let go of past pain in relationships and let go of relationships that don't serve you. Use the 80-20 rule. Minimize your interaction and investment in relationships that don't serve you, and maximize your time in the relationships that serve you. So take stock of your relationships and your friendships. Gravitate towards that, leave you feeling good and positive. Gravitate to the relationships that also bring out the best in you, the relationships that you add value to, and your value is appreciated. Move away from relationships that merely tolerate you and move towards the relationship that celebrates you. We are all we have, and we have each other during this time, and we are as strong as the weakest among us. So get rid of the weakest link and surround yourself with people who will encourage your growth and make sure that you survive this, but not only survive, but that you soar, that you transform, that you evolve, and make sure that you do not repeat old patterns in your life. I'm just reminded of the story of Joshua as he was fighting a battle and the sun stood still until he had totally destroyed his enemy. So may you be surrounded by warriors who will stand with you,